Welcome back to another session. Let's learn about the final part of detailed explanation of the story, The Rat Trap. Edla Wilmanson, the ironmaster's daughter, was successful to convince the peddler to come to their home. The peddler received a warm welcome. However, very soon the truth about his identity was revealed. The ironmaster seemed very annoyed to realize that he was not his comrade. The peddler tells the ironmaster that how the whole world is a big rat trap. Now the story continues from here. The ironmaster didn't like the peddler's words and decided not to call the sheriff. However, he asked the peddler to leave at once. The ironmaster's daughter at last stopped the peddler. She wanted to help the poor fellow. Since morning, she was planning how she could make the peddler stay happy on the occasion of Christmas. Therefore, she went against her father's decision or will and stopped him by closing the door. Then we see that she tried to explain the difficulties faced by the peddler. She said that he didn't have any house. He was turned out from wherever he went, and he always kept on running in order to safeguard himself from being arrested. And then she said that she wanted him to enjoy Christmas with peace at least once in the whole year, as they had promised also. And they should not send away a man on Christmas, the man whom they had promised happiness on the day. So here we see that the ironmaster completely becomes speechless. The ironmaster was not able to find an answer to go against his daughter's decision and daughter's words. Although he said that the only thing he could say to his daughter was that she was trying good at convincing others and better than the priest at the church. There was a kind of sarcasm in his voice, but he also warned her that hopefully her decision would not bring any adverse effect on them. The girl then immediately took the peddler to the table and offered him food, and she saw that her father had consented to her this decision. And then we see the peddler. What was the reaction given by the peddler? How did he feel at this intervention made by Edla? The peddler didn't say any word and started eating, though he was doubtful about her intentions, and because he had never met in his whole life such kind of persons who could fight for him, and he was wondering why she stopped him. What could be the crazy idea there? Then the peddler went to sleep after having food. He didn't cause harm to anyone and lay down on the sofa in the guest house. He was once woken up in the afternoon, but after having his lunch, he again went to sleep. And it was like as if he had never got the chance to sleep so peacefully as he had got at this place. And the credit of all such luxurious life that he was leading there goes to Edla Wilmanson. And then in the evening, the family woke him up again and they had to light up the Christmas tree. He stood there as just before this he was sleeping. So he stood there blinking as if he was getting hurt by the bright light of the candles. He again went just after the celebration, he again went to the same room and he fell asleep. Finally, they called him again for the dinner of Christmas fish and porridge. And then we see after the dinner was over, The peddler thanked everyone present there. The ironmaster's daughter said that the clothes which were given to him were a Christmas present, and he should accept the clothes as Christmas present from her father, so he could carry them with him. No need to return. She even invited the peddler to be with her family for the next Christmas Eve, and promised that nothing had happened. So far he could feel at ease. So he was totally dumbstruck at this compassionate and selfless behavior of Adela. Now we see the peddler didn't have any answer for this kind behavior, and he just stared at the girl with wonder. And next day, both ironmaster, it was Christmas, and next day both ironmaster and his daughter went for the Christmas service early in the morning to the church, and they didn't disturb before leaving, they didn't disturb their guest or the peddler as he was asleep. And then when both ironmaster and his daughter had come to know that a Rattrap seller had stolen money from the old crofter in the church, they learned the truth. They immediately realized that and that he was the same man whom they had kept at their home as guest. The ironmaster said that it was his daughter who insisted to give shelter to a thief, and then he was wondering that how many silver spoons had been stolen by him so far in their absence. Then the ironmaster, on reaching home, inquired about the peddler from the valet or the attendant. He also told him that he was a thief. And then, to their surprise, or to his surprise, the valet informed him that the peddler, instead of taking anything or something, he had left something that was a small Christmas gift for Miss Wilmanson, which she should accept. Then the young girl, or the ironmaster's daughter, opened the gift, and it was so roughly packed as he had no idea how to pack gifts. So the gift was so roughly packed that she could just easily guess what was inside the pack. Apart from a rat trap and apart from a rat trap and 3 kroner notes, there was a letter, and the peddler had thanked his host who had taken care of him as if he was a real captain. And then we see that in return he gifted her a rat trap and also the 30 kroners, and also requested her to return the stolen money to the same old man. He said that it was she who let him free from the rat trap, and then in the next part we see he gives her the credit for just making him a good human being. He just said that it was she who let him free from the rat trap by raising his status from that of just a poor peddler to that of a captain. That means he would be always grateful to her that she gave him treatment like a real captain. So, and in this way we see that he makes a kind of promise to her that at last he undersigns himself as Captain Wonsdale. In this way he makes a kind of promise to Edla that since that day onward he would lead a life like a real captain by being an honest person. And this was the story. Let's have a look at the glossary section. And that's all for this session.